Folks, thank you very much for having me. Carl has asked me to come and talk to you about the power of your reader board, why it's powerful, some of the common mistakes that are made and how to avoid them, and some of the tools that are available to add a lot more impact to your reader board. We're here short on time, so I'm going to be moving very quickly. But if we do our job correctly, you're going to need more parking. I'm going to move right on into this. And why listen to us? Well, we're the only company that specializes in reader board marketing. We're the only company putting out patented products for the reader board with educational programs and specialty tools to help you manage your reader board. And we're currently serving over 3,500 McDonald's nationwide. Did you know, first of all, that 87% of your store sales come from within a 5-mile radius of your store? It's true. Almost 90% of your business comes from this little tiny pocket area. Well, what you need to realize is that your reader board communicates with that population better than any other form for less money spent. 40% of all purchasing decisions are impulse related, and your reader board is sitting right up beside the road where it can create that impulse to purchase right from the customer's car. And 46% of all people surveyed said it was the sign that brought them into that business. So your sign is very, very important. Now, we all know the power of outdoor advertising. You've seen the visual images, you're driving down the road, you just think, oh, I want to get that. But by the time you get into town or wherever it is you're going, you're not thinking about that sign anymore. So what we say is put the power of outdoor advertising where it counts most, right in front of your store. This gives the passerby the ability to see a beautiful image or read your message and decide to take advantage of it right then and there where it's positioned right in front of your store. And this is the only product that can create the impulse to purchase right from the customer's car. So these are very important elements to keep in mind as we go through the information here. Now, we all know where the economy is right now, but McDonald's ought to be very proud of yourselves because your sales are up. And why are they up? Because you're offering a quality food product at a very reasonable price. You're offering value, and that's why people are upping your sales. You guys are head and shoulders of everybody else for a reason, and this is part of why. Well, your reader board is your #1 value in what you can use for your marketing tools. Your reader board can outsell radio, newspaper, direct mail, and television combined. You could spend money on all those other elements, and your reader board has more power to affect your personal store than any of those elements all combined. And it does so for as little as 16 cents a day. And this is part of the power behind the reader board. Is you've already got the letters in the back room, you've already got the sign out front. You can literally increase your sales for no expense at all. So here's some of the mistakes to avoid. We're going to go through these kind of fast. This is Carla's favorite, is abbreviations. By the way, she told me to ask you, you cannot abbreviate. Just don't abbreviate. So this is why. It becomes cryptic. And you got to remember, people have less than a second. You have less than 1 second to convey an information on that reader board to the passerby. They've got to be able to glance at it, get an idea of what it says, and glance back and catch it. By the time they drive by your store, they're not going to turn around and come back. You've lost them to your competitor. Less is always more. If you overload the sign, no one can read it. This message right here says the same thing this one does, but we just scaled it down for them so that it would be more effective. This guy's sales actually went up with less on his reader board because people could understand what they were looking at. The power of punctuation. In our society, punctuation is very important. It helps the passerby understand what they're reading more quickly and easily. Got a dollar, get a turnover. You throw some punctuation on it, it turns into got a dollar, get a turnover. It gives it more meaning, gives it more impact. These are important elements. Don't make your own letters. Folks, you're killing me with this one. This is one of my favorite. Yes, this is a very scary frappe. This is someone with too much time on their hands and a roll of electrician's tape, and they're sitting in the back room going, I think this looks good. But this doesn't make you want to try the message. It confuses the public. The public's eye starts going, what's wrong with that sign? They're not reading the message any longer. Now, would you like more productive employees? Everyone would. Here's a big deal. How many people, you send the employee out to change the message on the reader board and it takes them 45 minutes or an hour. I mean, it just takes an enormous amount of time. Part of the reason why is because they're dealing with this. We did a survey of 30 stores in the Tampa Bay area, and over 75% of them had their letters stored in a cardboard box. This damages the letters, makes it almost impossible to pull the message quickly. You have no idea what your inventory is. If you get organized, a letter storage cabinet, you can glance at the cabinet and determine how low you are on certain letters so you can keep them stocked up properly. You can pull a message from this very quickly and very easily, and it protects the letters. It reduces the scratching, it reduces breakage, and this is what happens to the letters when they get stored in a cardboard box. Duct tape does not work. Broken letters do not work. This is a big deal. The letter storage cabinet's worth its weight in gold. Now, how important is tracking? Well, this company here, people aren't reading this message. They're looking at the waterfall of letters. And on this one, the tracking was so bad they had to shove everything over to one side. Folks, remember this, a lot of these boards have been out there for 20 plus years. They're great boards, but they've served their time. And we sell full replacement boards if you need them, or the tracking. The tracking is inexpensive. It's $7, $8, $9 a strip. Have your maintenance guys fix these up. We're going to create a video on exactly how to replace your tracking so we can help out with that. But keep your boards in good shape. These things sell for you 24/7. And I think that's what we're all asked for, is 24/7. And then one thing is, these are all self-inflicted with bad suction cups. If you notice the dry rock cracking right here and the little chips in the cup over here, these are sections that make it so the suction cup cannot hold it. A bad suction cup is the #1 culprit of broken letters, broken panels, broken tracking, broken changer poles, and even broken sign faces. When the cup can't get a suction, they're beating $1,000 worth of sign with a $26 product. Change your cup every year. Do yourself the favor, keep your cups in good shape, and watch this little wire. Make sure it always is running parallel to the cup head, because that's kind of a big deal. I'm not going to tell you all about it. We don't have the time, but make sure it looks like that. Anyone up for a spelling bee? It's my favorite part. How about Southern Chicken? When did you guys start carrying Southern Chicken? You know, we all chuckle unless it's our store, and then it's not so funny. So we have products that can help solve these problems. How about this one? I can't even read this sign. There's so many upside down letters. I see, to you guys could read it easier than I can. To me, all I see is upside down M's and P's and etc. Or this one. How about that one? And we just take these photographs, folks. Yeah, I bet that was a popular product. So the products that we offer can help solve these. They're so simple. One of the things, and this one, any Angus, at least they used a 9. We all know where it could have gone. So the long story short, there's tools that can make a difference, and one of them is word panels. Word panels are always spelled correctly. We guarantee it. We use spell check. And it gives you the power to do more than one message on your reader board. You can have a one-line message on the bottom and then change your message up on top, or even use the graphics programs. And here's Carla's favorite. Yes, we have it. Make Teacher's Night word panel for you. And the beauty of it too, there's only 4 panels here. These go up in like 30 seconds you can put these up. There's 4 pieces there. You can put that up faster than you can spell night. And they're very powerful. It gives your board a lot of versatility. Here's a lot of options that we've done in the past. Value meal. We do a really nice 24-hour panel too, in case you're needing those. They're very low cost. They're extremely versatile, and they really put your sign, set it apart from your competitors. Pictures. We all know picture says 1,000 words. So pictures sell food faster than words do. Black letters don't make you want to come in and try the product, but the message may. But the visuals always do. This guy left the bottom row empty so he could change his pricing, which I thought was pretty effective. There's the breakfast panels, which is it was very, very popular. People really liked this one. They said it really stirred sales real well. The coffees are always, this is one of my favorite panels. You know, I'm out with my girlfriend, and I say, hey, look, there's one of our products. We're driving by McDonald's. She's like, oh, I want the coffee. She doesn't see the sign. She sees the coffee. And that's what the public's doing. They see the imagery. They want to come in and purchase what's out there. Custom needs. If you don't see what you need, just call us and tell us. We can, if it's a budget issue, if it's a custom product, if it's a regional, we'll make whatever you need. Here's a McRib in a single color, 10-piece McNugget for $1.99. This is a very, very popular. The double-sized span-over numbers carry a lot of power because they can be seen from a great distance. You can use your black letters. These are inexpensive. They're like $20. I mean, we're talking pennies in what they return to you. Not even pennies, fractions of a penny. So those of you who have digital, remember this. Slow your messages down. It's really important because the passerby can't read them that fast. They're dealing with traffic. They're probably talking on their cell phone. There's a lot going on in their lives. They've got to be able to look at it, glance at it, think for an instant, and look back at it. If it's already changed, they don't get the first message and they don't get the second message. So the one just down the street here, it's changing every 4 seconds. Far too fast. Bring them down to at least, at the bare minimum, 10 seconds at a time. You're not going to be able to educate everybody. So make sure that you're giving a solid education to the people that you do get to talk to, the car that's driving by. Make sure they get the full value out of it. And the scrolling boards, don't use scrolling messages. No one gets the full message. They can't stop their car or slow it down long enough to wait for the whole thing to finish scrolling across. Just avoid scrolling messages altogether. Make sure your service contracts are in place because these signs do have some issues sometimes. And if it's not readable, it's of zero value. It might as well be turned off. So we say slow it down, fix your filaments, and maintain your service contract. For those of you that have the retrofit boards where the trans lights hang on a rack and they hang up in a rack system, we understand IMS is only producing these for the major runs. So we've started producing them for you for whatever run you need. We'll take care of your regional needs. If you need one, it's going to be a little pricey, but if you get together and do them as a group, we're extremely competitive and we can make sure you get what you need rather than having to wait for whatever promotion they're going to offer you. We'll make you whatever you need. 16 cents a day. Can you do this? This is a very clean message. It gets the information across. It's a very successful program, and it's already in your back rooms view that have the static reader boards. You know, the old style static reader boards, they give it 20 plus years. They're super versatile because you can use your black letters, word panels, graphic programs. The graphic programs, they don't require any retrofitting at all. They go up easily with your suction cup. In fact, I want to show you real quick. On the span over panels, everybody says they don't fit. And what it is you've got to get your cup in the lower section like this, so you can tuck it in the top of the reader board and then leverage the bottom end. If you get your suction cup in the center, you cannot get it in because the tracking is hiding behind this cup right here, and it makes it so that you cannot leverage the bottom end. So always remember, keep it in the lower section in the center. Now, some of the tools that are in your packets that you've received are on the left-hand side here, you've got the information for gathering your inventory. It helps you know what you should have in your inventory. It helps you determine what you're missing and what you need to get placed in order for. So you have everything you need to say whatever you need to say on both sides of the board. In the center is not just a ruler, it's actually a magnetic ruler, and it's already got special markings to help you measure your letters. There's some other tools in those packets that'll help you out real well too. And then on the right-hand side is Readerboard Basics. This is a poster that's in your packet that's designed to go up in the back room so that when you get a new employee and they don't understand the Readerboard, they can go and look at this and it clearly explains how to use the suction cup, how the boards work, how to install the letters, how to take them down, etc. We all think it's real straightforward, but if you've never seen one, this makes it simple for them. And last but not least is Pam Hires. She's your account rep. She will take excellent care of you. She's been with me for 16 years. She's a wonderful woman, and she will look after your needs like you wouldn't believe. So, her card is also in your packet. I thank you guys very much for your time. I'm sorry to do that so quickly, but we only had this much time. Thank you guys very much.